sports. It's in the game.
Somebody pop all day, hold up. Somebody on their way, hold up. I would've grown all day, hold up. Somebody can't relate,
Black
hold up.
Panther.
Stay down with no fake.
Broke, got my straight. Switch lanes, now they switching up. Made. I've been finessing since the 6th grade. I might cut fifth fade. Blue face, money stacking tall, it's like 6'8". New wave, star shining all in your face. It took me a minute, now I'm in the game. Wait a minute, I've been like it's minute paid. Hate, I begin to it, getting paid. Get away, gotta meditate. Get the guap, I'm praying and never stop. Wrists on froze, diamonds on me, do the milli rock. This yo, me when I hit the spot. Big bank rolls, used to post about a chicken spot. Had a chance, but you missed it. I can never fold, say you real, but you really not. Moving like a get you bending. Post like O'Neal, you ain't sending. I be ballin' right there where the Knicks play. Get cake, gotta make sure mama rent paid. I was dead broke, got my straight. Switch lanes, now they switching up. Made. I've been finessing since the 6th grade. I might cut her off if it fade. Wait, I just chicken straight. Hey, got 1,000 ways just to get paid. I'm in BK10 up the freeway. I just made a highlight, need a replay. I begin to it every night. What's the delay? Remember I was down, tables turned like a DJ. Shorty, you should leave your man, he a cheapskate. I can make a lot of bands on a weekday. She know that I'm the man, ain't no debate. I used to like it's eBay. I'ma do the dash like a relay. Money, I just put the cash on the three-way. Yeah. Going past through the speed race. Hey, I'ma cut her off. I need space. I don't want your heart. I just need. I've been on my grind, boy. You need skates. I got in the game like it's EA. I be ballin' right. It's in.
Up here tonight. From the Raptors control the tap. Napier with the basketball. He'll run the offense. Not that time.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
Jaren Jackson with the dunk. He climbed the ladder on that one.
Well, the question is, how big is the ladder? He's still climbing.
To Van Vliet. Nice finish at the rim.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Josh Jackson above the rim on that.
And easy, too. Get back on defense.
Toronto with the basketball. Oh, good defense by Memphis as they come up with the steal. Wade to Jackson and throws it down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
To Lowry. Shot from the lane won't go.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk. Feed the big fella. Point to the passer.
So good when you get everybody involved, in particular your bigs. You get them going, they'll run the court faster, and guess what? They'll set harder screens because they're actually in the game.
Lowry. Add 2 points to the board.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Memphis, they've got it. To Jaren Jackson. Easy path to the rim.
Scoring is going to be so important for the Grizzlies this year. You have to remember, they were second from the bottom in points per game. Only the Kings were worse the year before.
Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Napier with the basketball. 10-6 our score. Now a steal as the Raptors have it. Bad pass taken away by the Grizzlies. Jaren Jackson, deep left corner. The drive, right to the basket. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Goes to the left side. From the painted area, won't go down. To Jaren Jackson. Dwayne Wade. Here's a chance from long range. His first effort off the mark. Across the timeline, it's Lowry. 12-6 our score. Dwayne Wade sends it away.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Well done, Kyle Lowry. Missed his first. That one goes.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Not done yet. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Count the basket inside.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
Josh Jackson. To Jaren Jackson. Here comes the screen. Wade to Jackson. Has a look. Jackson shot no good. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. Free throws coming up.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
Off the mark on the first free throw. Knocks down the second after missing the first. Knight into the front court. Leads three. Whoa! What a finish! They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up.
Substitutions, Toronto. Substitutions, Memphis.
To Rudy Gay.
2 minutes left in the first quarter.
To Kyle Anderson. Anderson rocking the rim.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Runner's good there.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Knight into the front court. His team up by 1. To Kyle Anderson. Shot misses for Wade.
See, when good shooters catch, they just shoot. When bad shooters catch, they become hesitant, reluctant. That's the first sign of a guy that doesn't have confidence.
Number 6, Lance Stevenson.
Knight into the front court. Down a point. Hood to Kyle Anderson. Deep 2 there, won't go. To Stevenson. And scores. Great body control on the step through.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Here comes the screen. 19-footer at the buzzer. That'll do it for the first quarter. The Raptors have the lead. Second quarter's set to start 9-2.
We got this. Let's go. Entering the game for the Raptors. Number 1. Subbing in for the Memphis Grizzlies.
Count the basket at the rim.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
To Rodney Hood. Fires the 3. Rodney Hood couldn't get open. Misses the shot.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Knight into the front court. Down 8. To Kyle Anderson. Terrific vision. Serge Ibaka with the block.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
That'll get out off the Raptors. Knight into the front court. Margins 8. Hood. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Oh, he couldn't get it to go. Ibaka. And scores. Strong take.
Some players are just built to absorb the contact. He pretty much dusted that defender off like that was a bug at the park.
To Rodney Hood. Anderson to Rodney Hood. Going to launch beyond the arc. He was all over him. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Free throw up and good as they open things up to a 13-point lead. Knight into the front court. Counting down toward a minute to go in this first half. Tight space with the crossover to Rodney Hood. Another chance. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
He was all over him. Missed the shot. No free throws. Knight into the front court. Trailing by 11. And the denial.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Ball's controlled by Lowry. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
It goes down.
Again, Ed, if you made it to this level, you're capable of doing things that normal humans can never do, even if you're not known for it.
Watch that cutter.
Serge Ibaka slams it down. Oh, a whistle.
Just a tic-tac foul.
Desperation shot here from half court. Time expires to end the first half. The Raptors enjoying a sizable lead.
The Raptors will start the second half with a decent lead.
They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaking.
The Grizzlies have dug themselves a bit of a hole after 2 quarters, and someone needs to step up offensively if they plan to win this game. Not a single player has gotten into double digits yet.
Have a look at the leading scorers for the Memphis Grizzlies.
Game track. Assists.
The Memphis Grizzlies struggled to play the angles and allowed too many passing lanes to exist. However, some credit has to go to their opponents for the way they move the ball. They've been taking advantage of the situation.
Player of the half.
I like this choice because he really put on a show in the opening half. There's a reason he's a fan favorite.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have off nights. Today has just been one of those nights for this guy. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
And with that, I'm sending it back to Ed and Jay to bring you the rest of the game.
Grizzlies own the basketball. To Jaren Jackson. And counted at the rim.
All right, you got the first bucket of the second half. Now get a stop, because honestly, that's where your troubles were in the first.
Marc Gasol. Consistent effort. He's at 50%.
Underutilized, underutilized, underutilized. Am I getting my point across? Let's see more of that.
Not loose. That's going to be out of bounds. To Jackson. Second effort. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
In the paint, you need to finish, just like that.
To Van Vliet. Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
To Wade. Tough make through traffic.
And when plays like that happen with multiple players touching the ball, the basketball gods will 100% reward you.
Oh, good defense by Memphis as they come up with the steal.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
Couple of cracks at the line now.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
Josh Jackson, couple of free throws on the way. He struggled so far. Misses the first. Second one goes. It's a 1-of-2 trip. To Van Vliet. Got it.
Sometimes you hear people give all these fancy breakdowns, tell you all these different things they can do. That was just plain old simple bully basketball. Muscled his way through the lane.
To Wade. Here comes the screen. Wayne Wade. Grizzlies with 4 to shoot. Nice pass to set things up.
And when the ball gets the defense rotating from side to side, you're bound to find opportunities for each other.
To Gasol. Marc Gasol. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Layup goes down. Well done.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Pascal Siakam, strong finish.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
To Jackson. Marc Gasol sends it away.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Down low. Oh, ferocious slam inside. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ball game.
Napier with the basketball. Down a bundle. Cruises inside for 2.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Pascal Siakam. Goes reverse to lay it in.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Napier with the basketball. His guys down big. Oh, they called the foul.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Hood to Jackson. Has a chance. Jackson with a shot, no good. Stevenson. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Knight into the front court. He'll run the offense. Josh Jackson above the rim on that. Whoa, he got up there.
Just showing you that 40-inch vertical.
Powell. For 3. That no good, off the mark. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Pascal Siakam to Ibaka and finishes strong.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Grizzlies at the controls right now.
Here we go. I got him.
Hood. Slam dunk. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
And the nice finish at the rim.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
He barely. Carries it off the step back.
Oh my goodness! Someone please patch me into the arena intercom. Clean up on aisle 3.
Great dish to set it up. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Defenders had no chance on that one. That's why we call it the elite tier.
Memphis with the rock.
Hands up, hands up, hands up.
Screw right.
Take stock of the floor. Baseline drive. Nice step through and the finish, Jay.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
To Ibaka. He cruises in for 2. Too easy.
Because in certain players' mind, it doesn't matter if they're amongst the trees or not. They're always going to be the giant in the paint.
Knight into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Serge Ibaka pins it.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
That is great vision to set it up. Slams it down.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Ah, the monster stuff.
Just wait a second, Ed. Wait 1 second. Can we go back to the play before this great play that we just saw? Just because you have a bad offensive possession, you can't allow that to go down and reciprocate itself on the defensive end. One bad play does not make 2 bad plays. You have to bounce back. That's how you play this game.
Throws it down. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. Long heave from 3/4 court. That ends the 3rd quarter. It's been all Raptors. Raptors ball as we get going here in the 4th. You figured they certainly had the advantage coming into this one. Jay, that's how it's played out.
On paper, this wasn't set up to be much of a contest. If the crowd could have gotten into it early, maybe. But sometimes a team is so good that you never had a chance to even start.
Oops, he missed the first one. So he goes 1 for 2 from the line after hitting on the second. It's Grizzlies ball to Jaren Jackson. Hood. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
Ah, the element of surprise on multiple fronts there. Well played.
Stevenson. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Trying to cash in. Wide open look, won't go. Count the bucket for 2.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign. Rudy Gay. To Hollis Jefferson. Oh, he had it. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Lowry into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. Here comes the screen. Pascal Siakam gets it in the right corner. Lowry, that's off the side of the rim, short. To Hollis Jefferson. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
To Gasol. Marc Gasol. He's now 4 for 6.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
To Jaren Jackson. Rudy Gay. Fires the 3. Not that time. He missed it. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Here comes the screen. Marc Gasol swats it.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Has a look. Rebound taken by Hollis Jefferson. Wraps him up. That's intentional. And the ref calls it.
They're probably going to take another look at that one later, but it didn't look good live. Luckily, no one got hurt.
Gets to the basket and scores.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
To Rudy Gay. Down low Anderson. Anderson rocking the rim.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Goes to the right side. Stevenson. Rocking the rim.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Memphis, they've got it.
Match up.
To Rudy Gay. Anderson. To Rudy Gay. Dwayne Wade. Small sample size, but making the most of it. He's 1 for 2.
And while the ball was still in his hands, a sidestep throws a defender off. People aren't used to seeing that type of footwork.
Stevenson. To Van Vliet. Tough make through traffic.
I was expecting the dish there, but way to fake that one and lay that one in.
Wade to Rudy Gay. Marc Gasol snatching it out of the air.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Free throws good. Add 1 more to the total. This game feels out of reach.
Yes, indeed.
to Hollis Jefferson. Wade. Off the iron. No good. Stevenson to Gasol. Jonas Valanciunas tips it. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Grizzlies. Substitution being made in this one. Right. To Van Vliet for three. And the rebound belongs to Memphis. To Kyle Anderson. Nothing going here on that drive. From the outside, no good.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
And finishes strong.
Well, look, you can't be caught flat-footed on defense. You need to be on the balls of your feet, especially in transition. You have to jab at that guy with the ball, hedge at him. Make him think that maybe you will take him. Maybe you'll fan out to a defender on the perimeter. But still, keep him guessing. But when you don't do that, that's easy money.
Anderson to Wade. Marc Gasol with a piece.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
It's the Raptors with the basketball. Pascal Siakam goes to the left side. To Gasol. Right. The Raptors down to 3 on the shot clock. To Van Vliet. Off the assist.
But did you see the way he was able to do it, Ed? Did you see him constantly probe the defense by maintaining his dribble? Ultimately, if you keep your eyes on all the other defenders, they will lose track of where the ball is. That's where you slip a quick pass in for an easy dime.
To Valanciunas. From the painted area, won't go down. Won't go.
Misses happen. Don't put your head down. Let that motivate you in the defensive end. Use it for something positive.
To Wade. Screen coming. Dwayne Wade, deep left corner. Beyond the arc for 3. That's off the side of the rim, no good. Lays it up and in. Now the Grizzlies will use a timeout. They're down big in this fourth quarter, and a chance here to empty their bench. New blood coming in for both sides. That misses with 2 seconds to go. It's the Raptors with the victory as they win this one in blowout fashion. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
The EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Raptors got themselves a win here today. They did it with blocks, and they did it with steals. More to the point, they did it with excellent defense. They committed to the grind and got rewarded as a result. Check out the leading scores for the Toronto Raptors. The Grizzlies couldn't put it together to get the victory here today. And even though some of them smiled and shook hands with the other guys after the game, you could tell by the way they headed to the tunnels how disappointed they were about this loss. Check out the leading scores for the Memphis Grizzlies.
Game track. Assists.
The Toronto Raptors showed off the kind of team chemistry that coaches love to see from their players. The more they moved the ball, it showed how much they trust each other. In the end, they got to win, and it looked like they had a great time doing it.
Player of the game.
The highlight says it all. He's your player of the game.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show.
These are the top 3 plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
Here's a look at what's coming up for the Memphis Grizzlies. That does it for us. On behalf of the rest of the crew, good night.
Last time that I checked, it was 5 chains on my neck. It was no on my rep. Last time that I checked, I was selling in the smack. Make a $250,000, no sweat. Last time that I checked.